Right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. So a couple of quick announcements before we start. The channel has nearly hit 20,000 subscribers at the time of recording, so thanks to every one of you who watch and subscribe. It seems that almost 20% of you have hit the notification bell, which according to YouTube is a good percentage, so thanks once again for that. Now I'm going to be doing daily live streams either on Twitch or here on YouTube. I will either play some games and talk about current world events or do whatever. Probably just talk, more than likely, for either an hour or two each evening. Now I want all of you to play an active role in the channel, so we'll put up a poll in the community tab for you guys to vote on which platform you would prefer to watch the live streams on, or both if that's what you want. I can stream to both. And finally, a big announcement is that the channel has its first Patreon and Subscribe Star supporters. Michael Thompson, Kenneth Bowser and Michael Lundy. But remember, the best way to support the channel is still by liking, commenting and sharing the videos, in the hope YouTube will promote them, as views have dropped over the last week, so I guess I'm on YouTube's radar now. The viewers who said they will slow my growth at 20,000 was spot on. Now, the point of this video is that once again, the Ramonin traitor known as the MP Ian Blackford, this is the SNP shitweasel who called Boris a racist in Parliament recently. Well, this deranged little tit continued showing the symptoms of his Boris derangement syndrome in Parliament recently, ranting not only about Boris this time, but also about
Jeremy Cunt. I'm so sorry, Jeremy Hunt. I've never said that before in my life. It's usually men who say that, so I really, really want to apologise. I'm sorry.
Before getting shut down by the Conservative Party members and Theresa May once again. It's actually an embarrassment that pond scum like Theresa, the EU appeaser, can make this guy look so stupid every time he speaks at Prime Minister's questions. You would think the guy would give up by now. I mean, if I was thick as two planks like this muppet, I would have given up by now. Let's check it out.
Mr. Speaker, do or die, come what may. Those are the words of the Prime Minister's likely successor. The truth behind the Brexit chaos in the Tory party is encompassed in those words. The Tory dream is to drag us out of the European Union, no matter what the cost. Prime Minister, before you exit office, will you pledge to never vote for a successor willing to impose a devastating no-deal Brexit on all of us?
Well, I have to remind the right honourable gentleman yet again that he is due to be asking me questions about my responsibilities as Prime Minister. And I would remind him yet again that as Prime Minister, I voted 3 times in this House to ensure that we could take the UK out of the European Union with a deal that was good for the whole of the United Kingdom, and he voted effectively for no deal.
Ian Blackford! My goodness, it's no wonder she's leaving. That was no answer to a question. The Prime Minister is showing gross cowardice. On the one hand, the Tories are asking people to put their faith in the most incompetent Foreign Secretary in a century. A man who has made a career out of lying, who has spent his week avoiding the media, staging photos and playing to the extreme delusions of the Tory shires. On the other hand, we have the most incompetent Health Secretary in our history. A man who writes books on privatising our NHS. Mr. Speaker, the Conservatives clearly don't like the truth. Someone so desperate for a chance as his 30-year Downing Street fantasy that he's...
I think the right honourable gentleman's concluded his inquiry. Well, if he... Order! If he hasn't, he needs to do so in a single sentence. Order! I don't... Oh, Mr. Cowan! I'm sure you're a well-intentioned fellow, but I require no counsel from you. One sentence. We've got a lot of questions to get through. A sentence. Well done. Mr. Blackford.
Mr. Speaker, in her last days in office, will she finally act in the best interest of these islands, not the Conservative Party, and admit that neither of the candidates for office should ever be elected Prime Minister?
Can I say to the right honourable gentleman, either of the candidates for this high office would do a darn sight better job than anybody sitting on any of those benches.
So this embarrassment to Scotland is obviously against Boris Johnson and
Jeremy Cunt. I'm so sorry, Jeremy Hunt. I've never said that before in my life. It's usually men who say that, so I really, really want to apologise. I'm sorry.
Because they will do a no-deal Brexit. Before jumping on the Project Fear bandwagon that a no-deal Brexit will be a disaster to the country. How many times are they going to keep peddling this shit? It's nothing to do with the candidate for leadership. It's to do with the people's vote in 2016 that said leave. No deal has to be an option, and a viable option. Theresa May set the date and she already missed that, so really no deal is the only option on the table. I mean, even though I hate Theresa May's EU deal, she is right. The Labour Party voted down her soft Brexit deal, essentially making no deal the likely option. It shows the Labour Party are so stupid that in their crazy attempts to stop Brexit, they are actually going to help us get a no-deal Brexit. The irony, eh? I do agree with one thing this shitweasel says though. Theresa May is a coward. That is not up for debate. She went to Brussels ready to lay on her back and say to the EU, "Take me, big boy, I'm all yours." She is the succubus of the socialist EU state and a traitor to this country and the people. Now it seems every Prime Minister's questions I watch this socialist fuckpig ask the same question about the leadership candidate's ability to rule. Anyone is better than Labour, Lib Dems and SNP socialist fuckpigs with their regressive politics and anti-democratic ideology driving their insanity. No one wants that. Now I'm going to end the video there. This Ramoning socialist literally gets wrecked every time he asks questions because they are pathetic ideological smear attempts. But he knows the BBC will air this garbage daily, so he continues. Now don't forget to like, subscribe and share the video as it helps the channel a lot, and I will see you all in the next video.